Battle mode initiate.
Select the one to fight with. Get it on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Pick and choose the right one. Get it on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello everyone, this is Do a Dreamer. So yes, today I'm going to do a behind the scenes look at my third animation for the Battle Mode series, which is Johnny Cage versus Fei Long. And of course you know why I had these two fight each other, because they're both action movie stars. So I thought it was very fitting to have these two fight together. I haven't seen anyone do it yet, so I thought it was good. We always see Fei Long versus someone like Liu Kang or something like that, and people wanted to see Johnny Cage versus Ken, but I thought this was more fitting because they're both actors. But anyway, once again, this battle of animation was done. All the fight choreography was done on one symbol, and the reason why I do that at the time was because it was a lot easier for me to know what to do with the two characters. And as you saw over there, for those who don't know, the character that Fei Long just kicked out was actually a sprite of Billy Lee from the Double Dragon game in SNK. It was actually a fighting game made by SNK or Neo Geo, and I wanted to use that as a ways of like saying, well, I don't think anybody really would recognize the sprite, but there are some people who did recognize him. So that's what I used for this one, and I'll explain why I had that type of a atmosphere when I show you the background and stuff. But yeah, in this fight, I really wanted to be sort of fast-paced, like you can see here. Kind of fast-paced with Johnny Cage with those fists, and Fei Long kind of, defending himself with it. I thought it was an interesting move that I did with this, just to show how fast Johnny Cage should be and how fast that Fei Long can actually deflect and actually the moving. So I find it to be a little bit of a fast-paced battle. I think this was like one of my first to be kind of fast-paced. As you can see here, I do all the fight choreography in one symbol, and then you'll see how I put it all together when I put the background in it and using the camera angles and whatnot. But I just want to show you in its like beginning stages of development. What I do first is just to do the fight in a symbol where there's no backgrounds, but I do have some guidelines. Like you can see that I put grids there as a guide so I can line them up pretty well when it comes to standing. And you see how fast this was. And if you notice, again, sometimes you see the characters disappear, and it's mostly because like I either have them out of the frame of the camera. So in a way, like I have a storyboard in my mind, and I know there's some animators that actually make a storyboard of what they want to present in their animations when it comes to versus battles, or even just animating something in general. They have a little storyboard they drew, or they have it in their mind. I usually have it in my mind. That's how I work. I don't really use a script or write a script. I know most people do. So anyway, here is the background I use. This background is actually from, if I remember correctly, Fatal Fury 2, and this was Billy Kane's stage. And I added some stuff to it. Like there's some of these spectators that are not originally from the game Fatal Fury. I actually got some sprites from Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters for Super Nintendo. Like you see that guy in the mohawk in the on the right on that orange pickup truck. That was from a stage. I'm trying to remember which one. I think it was either like Leonardo's stage from Tournament Fighter, and there are some other characters that I got from like Raphael's stage in the diner, like that person sitting on that SUV with the lady, pumping her arms through the window, like the basketball players and some of the people in the middle of the stage. I think I got it from other games from SNK. I think one of the King of Fighters or the Fatal Fury games, I got those. So, and as you can see here, the whole spectators were all in one frame. I made a single layer where I have them all in one. So this is what it looks like without it. And if you notice with the truck, it says SNK. So I didn't want to seem like, oh, it's an SNK game kind of thing. So I purposely put the spectator on or in the back of the pickup truck to kind of cover that logo. So, and it looks well fitted. You know, if you look at it pretty well, it looks well fitted, like he belongs there. You know what I mean? Even you see a couple on the right on top of the car. I just showed you what it looks like without the background. You know, so that's what I did. I just want to make it lively, you know. And when you see the finished product, you see I panning to each of the spectators to show the atmosphere where this fight's gonna take place. It's pretty much like a street fight, and you know about Fei Long. He likes to take part in a street fight while he's doing his thing in films and stuff, and he's a street fighter as always, first and foremost. So this is something like people want to see this fight, and then of course as he beats the Billy Lee sprite character, which I didn't give it a name, I just said like it's a jobber kind of thing, just to show off that Fei Long is a tough character. That was my mindset. And of course, he wants another challenge, like, you know, where he says, "Who wants kung fu? You can't handle the kung fu," which is actually the voice acting was all from sound bites from the video games Mortal Kombat X and also Street Fighter 4. That was all of the dialogue was from sound bites, and I felt very accomplished in using them because of the fact that I use certain ones where it's like they actually are talking to each other, and I thought it was very creative. Of course, when it came to the sound effects and stuff, I did it all on Sony Vegas. Again, I'm accustomed to that. I know you can put sounds in Micromedia Flash, but I feel more comfortable using Sony Vegas. And there were some other effects I did on Sony Vegas, which I'll explain later. So as you can see here, this is the fight where the fights are going to be taking place part of the stage. Once again, with the camera, I use a camera that I created through tutorials, but I don't use that anymore. I use the ones that Ghost Notorious uses because it's so much easier to detect where the camera is, and I know what to do. Like right now, you can hardly see it. You know, just that's why I prefer using the camera I have right now because it's so much easier to track. Like you can see the hash, like the frame a little bit. I highlighted it a little bit so you can see it, but the one I used, there's like a white filter into it so you can easily track it. What I want to show you is, as you can see, when Johnny Cage threw a projectile at him, and I had Fei Long flying, he went off the stage. As you can see here, but with the beauties of using camera work, I use it where it's like only half of his body you see, but that's all you need to see. It's just him on the ground falling. You know what I mean? And with him keeping up, it's like, whoop, there he is again. And once again, the way how I shoot it, like you see the sprite, sometimes you disappear to get that feeling like he's going fast from a far distance. And once again, using this beach, that's also from a SNK game. I forgot to mention about that. I wanted to use that as a way to, you know, show that he went flying, like the character went flying off the bridge kind of thing. Um, and if you remember from the actual finished product, you see like Toasty, as Johnny Cage uppercuts him. And here I am on the final second or final minute of the battle where they're clashing, and of course using like the Dragon Ball clashing sound effects to show like their fast pace striking and stuff like that. And then we're the final parts. As you can see, there's no graphics like say finish him or fatalities. All that was from I did it on Sony Vegas. We're doing the after effects and stuff like that. Where there's effects in here too, mostly for the strikes and getting hit by projectiles and whatnot, and like the dust cloud when hitting the beach. So yeah, so this is what it is, and you get to see the final product of how it looks with everything put together with the cameras and stuff like that. And you're gonna hear a little bit of sound effects from this as well. Again, I was panning to the crowd just to give the atmosphere where this is taking place, and seeing with the crowd in the front line is moving, I felt it gave an illusion that even the crowd in the back is moving around too. Like, it gives that illusion. And of course, wanted to show Fei Long's dominance over a random fighter, you know. And if you look at the bridge, it kind of reminds me of the Golden Gate Bridge. And it was kind of fitting to have two movie stars face each other. And where else would be a movie star than Hollywood, California? So I thought it was kind of fitting to do it in like a California setting. I will say this, originally, I wanted to do it where they're doing a scene, like a fight scene, and then it got carried away, and they started fighting for real, and then it ended up where Johnny Cage wins by the same way, decapitation, and then I have the director say, cut, what the heck are you doing, Johnny Cage? Kind of thing. I wanted to do it that way, but I didn't felt I was ready to do like big, huge, elaborate animations like that with a story. I thought this story is just as good. It still fits well with both characters, that they will be challenging each other for a fight. Also, if you notice, when I showed you the static version of this, you saw the guy still laying down. Originally, I wanted him to come back up and get beat up. Oh, there's the Toasty guy. Like, paying homage to, like, the Mortal Kombat, and, give a little flavor of Mortal Kombat in there. You know what I mean? So, I thought that was tasteful. A lot of people got the joke, but a lot of people liked the reference that I used. And here we go with the clash. You can hear the Dragon Ball Z sound effects from that. Boom, 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 boom. Dragon kick. I know it's called the Dragon kick. I forgot what it's called. But everyone thought this was gonna be over. People were almost raging that Fei Long was going to, but they like the sneak. I mean, I have to put in the ball shot in there, and also his classic fatality, popping person's head off with an uppercut. A lot of people thought it was a nice touch. Everyone thought that, this was actually good. It was a big step up from Ryu versus Terry Bogard and Frank West versus Negan. They thought it was a big step up. They thought I was really improving in this, and I was really happy to hear that people thought I was improving. But I do, of course, get better than this, and you'll see that the next time we do a behind the scenes when it comes to Rorschach versus Darkman, and I can't wait to tell you guys my thoughts in making that. But give you guys my final thoughts. I was really proud of this one. A lot of people had fun watching it, and I felt like I did step up my game in terms of animation. Could I've done more with it? Yeah, like I was mentioning, what the original plan was to have it as like a movie scene where it went too far, it went wrong, and and also do a little bit more. But like I said, I was still learning to animate, and I'm getting better and better, and making my animations a little bit longer than the ones I just did that you see. So I'm glad you like the behind the scenes stuff lately. I know I haven't done it in a while because I've been busy with season 5 of Battle Mode. So I've been very busy. So I finally have the time to do another behind the scenes, and I'll be doing another behind the scenes in the coming future. So I'd like to know what you guys thought when you first watched Johnny Cage versus Fei Long. What were your thoughts on it? Did you enjoy it? And to this day, do you think that Johnny Cage would definitely have the odds of favor of victory in this one? And are you guys looking forward to watching the behind the scenes of Warshak versus Darkman. Feel free to leave your thoughts and comments down below. Tell me what you guys think. We got to discuss and debate about it. And just around the corner, guys, the 100th episode is coming. You guys just saw the trailer. It's going to be Deadpool versus Lobo. We have something special for that one, so I can't wait for you guys to see it. The estimated time will be released, I'm hoping next week. I know it's been delayed, but we put a lot of work into this. As you can saw with the trailer, we put a lot of work into it. We want to make it special. It is the 100th episode. So, all right, guys. So this is Do a Dreamer, and always dream big.